I'm on toast.
They, what category are they? Is that they generally B and A car? I'm a bit confused, right? Phil, I'm a bit confused because our race series has got A, B, C, D category, and yet every other race I do has got the new Zwift racing score. Yeah. I wonder if it's because we're a mass start. Maybe it's because we're mass start. Yeah, it was just a plus, wasn't it? We're all in the plus category. Ika. The group sprint winner's usually Ika. Alright, Ika. Just talking about you. I think you should go. Ooh. I think you should go for a long attack, mate. Swift Yoda. Obviously, Eric Schlange's wrinkles in it. Not Eric Schlange, but Yoda. Yeah. But, 30 seconds. Be interesting. Oh, good luck, guys. Good luck again, boy. Yeah, good luck. Look out. Give me shit. Oh, Minto's in. It's unusual to see that many yellow jerseys in the small field. Come on, Joel, there's no Michael Gantz. You need to take the rollover. God. 15 seconds, wait, I don't know what it... Pretty dangerous on the downhill. You never used it before. There you go. Let's see what happens here. Off you go. See what happens. No one yet. Right, someone's going. Just one will let him go. Okay, let's make it go on. Steering's on. Keep going, keep going. You're really stretching it. This is good. Okay, I'm not going to do. Welcome back. Good, soften them up a bit. Come on, Joe. Oh, I got Keith Bell in there. Anvil and Aero 50-50.
I thought if you're in the right position, that arrow can get a lot done for you on this course. Oh, that adds a new factor.
You're gonna have to go hard.
It's a totally new factor.
Go hard to grab those guys. Yeah, and I think the Anvil guys are gonna want to go hard early, right? Like probably over that last little climb, you're gonna want to just start pushing hard, so the people with the arrow are gonna have to chase.
Well, mate.
And hold those wheels if they want any kind of a chance. Because that Anvil will accelerate you quickly. There's a lot of power ups too. There's two arches per lap on this, so you're gonna have 6 power ups, something like that.
Really throws a lot of factors into it, a ton of opportunity. And that's what I like in Zwift racing actually, when there's a lot of different opportunities to make something happen. I like dynamic racing, for sure. So I want to talk quickly about the beginnings of Zwift Insider, because this week is about highlighting Zwift Insider. We're not going to have any other interviews besides you this week. A lot of times we do separate interviews, but there's such depth here that we'll be able to kind of go throughout the program about history and bring it in as we talk through the race, I think, because so much of what goes on for racers is also directly in congruence with using the Zwift Insider website. I mean, in my mind, it's the #1 website in the world when it comes to anything when it comes to Zwift racing. Zwift Power's there for results and be able to look at that kind of stuff, but if you need like in-depth, get into racing information, and not just rock up and try and roll it, you kind of need to do your homework, and I feel like, you know, on that side of things, if we focus there and not the larger community, there's so much more for the larger community as well, but how did Zwift Insider grow from a racing perspective from your point of view?
I started racing in late 2015 on Zwift when I first found Zwift, and just had a lot of questions. I wanted to know the routes better. I wanted to know how in-game physics worked, and so I just started diving into that. I started learning the maps really well, and started discovering how different bikes and wheels work, and figuring out how I can test that. So it really just grew out of me racing and wanting to answer questions, and then racers, it kind of snowballed. So I would answer a question, the racer would say, "But what about this? How does this?" I just started having more and more questions to answer. So yeah, it's grown into this. I've tested every single frame and wheel combination, mapped out every route. We've got charts and everything you need. Because that's the
Hey, don't chase, guys. Let them chase.
I'm a, racers, different racers treat racing differently, but I'm a guy that likes to have info. I feel much more comfortable.
I'm not
doing it.
concentrating on my power-ups.
There's kind of three categories
Stupid.
that I hear, or at least I see. It's like this one maybe new to racing or don't understand the use of it, or those who just rock up. I think you have your course profiles, you go check out the course, what the course is all about. You have all of every single bike in game, if I'm not incorrect here, has been tested for with wheels, for climbing, for flats, rolling terrain, like for what's best for TTT. I mean, you've got a guide each and every one of them as far as the bike goes. And then on top of that, you've also developed your own racing series.
Yeah, the tiny races, which interestingly enough, so the A's are just kicking off now, but one of the guys,
Nice.
that we
Feels like
signed
it's
up
slowing
for
down.
the A's, his name is Ecor Morel. He's on BL13. He just won the tiny races this last Saturday in the A's, Zone 1 A's.
Keep going, mate. Keep going.
So he's going to be my
We're on 46 kilometers an hour.
He'll be interesting because he's
45.
He's a 1 minute power guy. He's not
That
so
guy in
much-
white on the front is annoying.
There he is. I'm watching him right now. So
we
yeah,
jumped on into the race
tiny
action.
races
Guys,
are.
just,
It's,
sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick.
As long as they're legit.
Back onto the tiny races in just a moment, but riders are
They won't get tired if they cheated.
Go ahead and just jump in. We're in with the category 1. That's what we're going with from here on out. Eric and I have decided that it is going to be called Category 1 Racing. And right from the get-go, what I did see as we were getting ready for this was that BL13, for some reason, have shown up with like their whole squad. I mean, there is like a massive amount of BL13s in this, and right from the get-go, off the front, it looks like one of the riders is giving it a go.
yeah, as he should be, right? That's the tactic. So I think we're going to see repeated attacks from BL13. They've got a couple of even Morel. He's following that attack. Are they going to do a team TTT off the front? Are they going to do this right now?
I would not be surprised one bit. They're such a good team when it comes to their tactics. We're going to take this left-hand turn. Interesting enough to see that handle power up being used there. Interesting time. I think that may be Eicher making his way across, but at least two there. You do see it looks like it's going to be Timon Kruger also involved. The two riders here, Joe Lewis.
Save yourself, Arnold. Save yourself for that end bit.
As you can see, now highlighting the truck. Wow, he has lit this up. Look at how this is stretched out right now. This is going to put the hurt on, that's for sure. And the rest of BL13, they can just sit in here, Eric.
Yeah, the early orange numbers off the front, stretching it out, and it looks like maybe about half their team is off the front.
No, it's just time out.
Sit in the draft and let everybody else work for them. Classic race tactic.
Nice guys, yeah. Keep tiring them out. We'll sit in.
Looks like he's going up over the top. I think Joe was done with that one. I think this is just going to be counterattack after counterattack coming from BL13. Actually had a good conversation last week with one of their team members, and one of the highlights, from Matthew Spooner that we had on last week, as they were a highlight club for us and team for us. They said that disrupting has been from the get-go of BL13. They may not always have the absolute fastest riders, but they definitely show up prepared for any race with a tactic and a plan. And I think one of the main men for that, Daz Carter, is here in and amongst the crew, but it looks like they are going to get pulled back in. But now, down on the top, though, it's going to be Robert Vanderlaar. He's also somebody that we recently had a conversation with about race tax, and we saw him now with an anvil. Talk about the anvil here. It's gone through a couple of changes over the years. You'd know all about those, wouldn't you, Eric?
Yeah, they've tweaked it numerous times. I kind of like the old anvil that people could use at the wrong time and totally mess up their race. Used to be, because all it
Keep the arrow on now if you get it.
the racer, and people used to trigger it on uphill.
We've only got one more band now in the corner.
But now they've made it a very safe anvil, so it's only active if you're on a 1.5%.
This is good. Going well so far.
So as soon as you hit flat ground and uphill, even if you're anvil,
Phil, is that you still, Phil?
So it's
you
really,
prefer,
made to make
you
you
prefer
go
Off the
fast.
front.
the anvil like
Off the front.
stayed heavy, and you had
Oh,
to, like,
nice, Sam,
use
nice.
it at,
Go for it, mate, go for it.
so like
I
if you
like-
like the
I
middle
like the
ground,
tactical
like maybe
side
it
of it.
stayed 15
Oh, it's Ronald.
seconds,
Oh my
not
God, man.
30, and
I've
then
got a long way.
then also be active when it was on flat or uphill, and so you had to use it because it was really long also before, right? So it was
If they
like
catch you,
30
Ron, we'll just sit
seconds,
in and we'll do another one later.
You had it uphill, downhill,
Long
whatever,
way, you
just
got
to
about
increase your rate outright.
14 minutes.
Yeah, it was a little tricky at 30 seconds to because you had to think about what terrain you were going to be going over in the next 30 seconds. So yeah, I would support a 15-second agnostic down anvil that just went no matter what the terrain was.
Agnostic, it has no opinions.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it
anvil
doesn't-
has no opinions.
It just adds weight to you no matter what's going on.
So what do you think about this section of course here?
Get
with
away.
this downhill. You know,
Go on,
through the
mate.
dirt,
Go
I've
on.
seen a lot
Solid.
of people.
Get a
This
bigger
is
gap as you can
absolutely-
to put some off.
We're seeing off the front here. There's going to be your pick.
What's he got?
Iker Morel. Now
7.
rolling through.
Yeah, you
as
want to get
best
right
as
to
you can,
15,
high
20
wattage
as soon
for
as
a little bit
possible.
there for a moment.
Nice,
No,
Ronald. We're on 44
I'm
here,
wondering
slowing down.
What's your take on
Punch
it,
the-
on
punch
this
these,
kind of move
these
through
little
the
bumps,
dirt?
huh?
I do feel like it is a good way to try and make something happen. That actually
Use your
really
arrow
hurt me from that.
when your speed's up.
Yeah, Morel's
Maybe along the flat as you go into the kicker into the funnel.
I like the dirt for a move. I call that the dirty sorpresa. It's a lot more painful the other direction in the uphill, but you can definitely make a move in it on the downhill. I remember years ago,
This is good. This is good.
2 seconds of flat performance for 2 seconds of climb performance. Well,
12-minute
that's a no-brainer.
TT.
Because I
Well,
know the climbs are where I'm going to be pushing the hardest.
Tonka do.
So having an advantage where my effort's highest is a no-brainer.
It's a really good
Someone might
move.
attack
I
here
wanna-
on these
I wanna
bumps.
highlight that real quickly, Eric,
Can't
because I
close
think a lot of people, when they're picking a
Cheesecake
bike,
got
they'll
at
pick
least
a
3
bike
riders.
just looking at the course without thinking about when the race moves are actually going to be the highest probability of happening. And so therefore they'll pick a bike because like, well, it's mostly flattened in this one climb, or it's mostly flattened in, and really it's like, well, but that one spot might be where you
Sit
need
in, don't go front.
the bike the most. So it's a good point there.
Yeah, that's what I think about. I think if I'm going to get dropped on this course, where am I going to get dropped? Where's my highest probability? And it's always going to be on the
11
climb for
seconds,
me.
nice.
That's how I am.
Come on, Ronald.
So, yeah, more and more I tend toward a climbing bike, and I'll even trade. I might trade, 2 seconds advantage on a climb for 1 second, or I might lose 5 seconds in my aero performance just to gain 2 seconds in climbing, because it's worth it to me. Because I don't struggle on flats to stay in the group. I struggle on the climbs. But yeah, and there are quite a few bikes. One of our most popular charts is called the Tron versus Top Performers chart, and it's all the top performing wheels and frames plotted against the Tron bike for their performance, and you can kind of see the curve of the best performing combinations. And it's cool because you can follow that curve and say, I want a little more climbing advantage today. I want a little more aero advantage today, and it spells out for you what frame.
That guy in red on the front.
Instead
It's
of
really
4 or 5
trying, isn't it?
combinations. And the Tron is in there. Tron's kind of in the middle.
Nah.
You can get a better
We could just
climb
sit.
in
We'll
the
just sit
Tron.
in.
You can get a more aero setup in the Tron. Just depends
Oh,
on
you did it now?
what you're looking for, where you're looking for an advantage.
That's a great
Decent speed though. 49
point
kilometers an hour.
actually about, or at least the way that you developed that specific article, because
Slow down a bit.
it really serves
Oh,
to
Laura.
what you see the most searches.
Oh,
Because
oh.
before I would think that you saw a lot of stats around Tron bike, Tron bike, Tron bike, Tron bike.
That's
So
good.
like you were like, well, everybody's picking this Tron because it was one of the best all-arounders. So it's a great comparison bike, isn't it? To like compare all the rest of it. It kind of sets a plumb line for everybody to say, well, which way do you want to go from here? Because it's such a middle plot line with that Tron bike.
Yeah, it's a great all-around performer. And really until this year when Zwift released the new Pinarello, and there was another frame that I forget because the Pinarello kind of beat it, but there was another frame right before that where
Someone's going.
you
Someone's going.
actually had contenders that you could say
Get on him.
Tron
Sit
as
on him.
all-arounders. Before that, you didn't quite. But now you do. So
Describe them.
that's why you're seeing so few
Describe them.
Trons in these top level races, where before it was a sea of Trons.
Valley.
Real quickly, I want to do a little bit
Wasted
of a
energy on their part.
comparison between a couple of riders that have been the main instigators so far in this
Go on,
race,
Ronald.
and that would be our buddy Ronald Vandelar off the front here at this point from BL13 and Jason Henry. Now, Ronald is definitely a rider. He actually said it in his interview last week, a couple weeks ago, excuse me, that he was interested.
Oh, it's Jason Henry, his
in
draft,
getting
yeah,
away
he's got
from
good
that
numbers.
sprint. You can see exactly why. But we've got
Got
a
big
rider like
numbers.
Jason Henry here from the draft who's been on the front country, probably a little bit frustrated, I would think, with the reality that he's
Slow
just
down again.
dragging along a lot of BL13 riders. But with a guy who's got 16,
Yeah, slow down again.
8 watts per kilogram
Come on.
for 15 seconds, you know, as long as he can bring it back close
That's
enough
so
to
right
get a
down,
little bit
nice.
of help, this guy would be pretty confident in the sprint. He's probably happy to do a little bit of work.
43, 44, 45 for 6.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs to be there in the mix in the final. He's not going to go long. But yeah, if he can do a little bit of work to help hold us back, because you got a gap with Vandelar here. He's keeping it away with the high threshold effort.
Yeah, actually, he's got a really good gap. It went out to about 15 seconds at one point. Now the pack is getting a little bit more worried about this. We do see Hollistead now.
Be ready for someone like Henry to make a move.
To the front. So he just.
What are we going to do if Henry goes on his own? Do we chase him or do we let him go?
Slingshot going. I use that term a lot, slingshot. Does that mean
Okay.
anything to you, Eric, when I say that slingshot? Because you can.
If it's one guy, we chase one guy. Yeah?
Shooting forward
Okay, any
over
chase,
and over,
we go
almost
after.
cause a snowball, but you've got to get the pack to work with you on it a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, it works if everyone's doing it. Sitting in the
I'm in
draft,
points race mode.
hitting your power hard so that you get your speed boosted while you have that draft advantage, and then slingshotting around the front rider can boost the speed of the whole pack. But if you only do that once and nobody else does it, it doesn't really do much good. So, yeah, if you can repeatedly do that every 5 seconds, that's a great setup and a great way to work together to pull somebody back.
But we are seeing the Dragons now looking away the fence from the Kruger, Anderson, Henry, Udvik.
Handel doesn't really get away here.
Now, Ravelson.
Yeah.
This is 11 seconds. Not sure if this is going to stick. This is a lot of speed coming over the top here. It's going to, the next, I'd say 1 to 2K is going to tell a lot, specifically because how much speed they carry through here. I've always had a little bit
Come on,
of
Ronald, dig deep.
frustration at
Dig,
this
speed, couple of
specific
minutes.
section of course, not because I don't like it, other than if I'm off
Don't
the
give him a
front,
sniff.
it always brings back a lot of time, and
Yeah.
it's about having the continuance from this point forward, and just kind of gritting it and saying they're going to bring back something, but if they stop being motivated
Nice,
and
nice.
the BL13 heads to the front and
Got it,
slows
you
this
shut it down.
you may see a
Yeah, you shut it
situation
down,
where
that's fine.
Ronald can actually stay away, but it's going to be difficult here as we do
Yeah.
see a couple of riders now starting to
Just stop. Once you catch him, stop.
front, using that roll-through speed. Will it be comfort quickly though? Taft now up in the 4.7. Philip Woodley now jumping on that. We could have a situation where BL13 actually jumps onto some of these counters.
If we catch Ronald, we should try a counter. We might. We'll see what happens.
It does look like.
Eco, do you want to go with me?
One of the BL13 riders, is he slowing things down with Taft, or is he actually speeding things up? This may be
Yeah, you
a
probably want to leave it to the end, don't you?
catch, I would think. I mean, otherwise, this is just chasing down a teammate.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see.
I hope so.
Sometimes you
Just contingencies.
The jump
Just
a
planning.
little bit and accidentally go ahead of the guy, but
Hope for the worst, expect
my
best.
guess is they're not gonna they're not gonna
Why'd you
try
do
to
it?
pull Vandelar back.
He's going
Really
good
a
now.
beautiful situation for them.
Go on, Lord.
They've got this diversity of riders where they've got the diesel off the front. They can make the pack work.
Go on, Ronald,
and
5
they've got
minutes.
sprinters that can sit in. And it's gonna be
45
interesting to
kilometers
see
an hour, yeah.
who on BL
44.
if anyone, is the card that gets picked from the deck for the win on the day.
Still got 7
based on how
seconds,
the rest of
Eric.
the pack performs. Yeah, he's still got. That's a solid gap. Who's gonna work to pull it back this late in the race and possibly fry their legs?
Okay, now 7 seconds, holding steady, 6.8 now at this point. They are slowing down a little bit in that pack. 4.5 watts per kilogram. I am seeing Trento though making his way to the front. Now it's a big kick here from Trento, but it's not orange numbers. It's 7.5, 7.3. It's big, but it's
I think they're going to get it. They're not on the bump.
between him and the pack. The pack is responding, I think, is the moment that Vandelar needs.
Does anybody want to go with me?
What's he going to do when the catch is made?
Oh.
Perhaps a couple of riders start working with him.
Who's
but
that?
I think that whole pack's going to get pulled
So
back.
you, Sam?
with him.
Okay, mate.
Will BL13
Have you got an arrow?
counter is going to be the question into
Brilliant.
the uphill double.
Pop it for the...
He has been sitting in and reserving anything. Somebody could make a serious move because I
Yeah,
think that pack is going to be on the rivet a little bit as soon as they make this.
Just
catch.
before that, the first of the two kickers.
Yeah, I would agree. And my guess is BL13 already has a plan for that. Hey, if Vandelar gets caught, who's jumping next? Somebody with similar power, really strong. I'd say 5-minute power that can stay off the front, possibly.
Hello, mate.
What we really need is a second team in here.
Get ready, Sam. Ready to surf through that first kicker.
Who are willing
I want to go really hard.
for their
Oh,
structures
not bad.
to pull it all back. Keep the attacks. Yeah, here we go.
There we go.
Catching Vandelar.
Making the catch now. Anderson to the Swifters on the front. Henry there.
Okay, let's
again.
go, mate.
Draft riders not going to be interested in breakers. He wants a sprint situation is my feeling. Will there be a counter attack? Now there is another power up. The last power up to be collected is coming up. What you want is going to be, they're going to be, interesting, we're seeing somebody using arrow. Maybe they want a anvil. I mean, if you're using an arrow at this point, that means you want an anvil, isn't it? Daz Carter now making his way to the front for the last power up about to be collected. Seems like a lot of people are happy with their power up at this point. Now another attack here coming in from, who's that going to be? I have a prediction that perhaps, is it Joe Lewis? No, Daz Carter. Daz Carter on the attack with the arrow power being chased quickly by Kruger.
Yeah, I wonder, what do you want, the anvil or do you want the arrow? It might depend on your own body weight. If you're a lightweight rider, I think maybe having the anvil would be the biggest help to you to keep your speed up on that descent. But a bigger rider who's just going to be pouring out big watts, give me the arrow power up and help me up through the wind as quickly as possible.
Oh no! The use of the
I'm broken.
that's all in.
Going.
That is all in from Samuel. I mean, this is like full commitment. He just used his
I'm rolling over.
on that downhill. 3.2K to go. These three off the front, and he can't slow. He just went to 3 watts per kilogram. He's got to go to 6. Okay, he's back up to 6 now. Is the chase on? 4 seconds. I think this might stick if they work well together. They got two BL13s in here with one of the Dragons. I think this might work. They're going to have to really ramp things up behind it. Does look like that's coming, though. It's going to be tapped now up into 6.5. John Class is there as well.
I'm Tommy.
We've got him kind of drag back in now. Oh my gosh. Daz Carter just used his arrow as well, kicking up into 6 watts per kilogram, trying to keep this separation. He's all in on this move.
Coming back.
Yeah, they're committed. These two. They're trying to stay away as well as they can, and it's gonna be a battle. Just a few seconds separating them all.
Damn it.
Nice move from Utley here.
Oh, well, we killed off one of the dragons.
Holding right where he needs to.
Oh, and he could get on Henry. Stay on him.
Close this right
Nice.
Now Henry maybe over the top. This is a great situation for Henry. Yep, there it goes. Right up and over the top, up to the 6.5 watts per kilogram. He's going to make the connection. And if he can get away now at this point, but I
Go
think,
on, boys.
Again, he's just
Go on,
trying to
Wolf.
slingshot. Watch. We'll see whether or not he continues on. I have a feeling that he might back off. No, I might be incorrect. Now it's going to be Ronald Vandelar, guy who doesn't have a sprint, saying, no, I'm going to get it and go now again. BL13 are being relentless right now.
Do it, Vandelar. Keep that power up. I love it. He's in here to suffer.
Come on, Joel. Come on, come on. You got to kick these uphills.
Grant Womack now. We haven't seen him at all, actually. Using a little bit of a steering, it looks like.
Come on, boys. Go on, go on.
And I think Womack, actually, no, is that going to be Lewis? Vandelar? Lewis? It's actually going to be Lewis.
It's going to be...
now,
Ooh.
making his way around.
Come on. You need 5
He's got a
seconds.
couple
Come on, come on.
rounds up ahead that
Push, push,
may
push.
be lapped
That
around
last
perhaps
time, you've got to
before
absolutely
the
nail it all the way into the downhill.
Now it's going to be Joe Lewis here, making his
Roll over him,
way
Ronald.
for an attack. And behind him,
Ronald's coming over you. Get on,
Vandelar
Joel.
can't even hold on. Nice
Come on,
move
come
from
on.
Joe
Go,
Lewis.
go, go,
This is
kick
a
it.
rider who can do this. He
Kick
can
up here,
stay
kick
away.
up here.
He's got 7 or
Go,
so
go, go.
over and over again for this kick.
Hack so fast. Come on,
Yeah, that's
come on.
smart. He used Vandelar kind of like a slingshot. Grab that draft. And
They're backing up a little bit, Ronald. Go on, Ronald. Actually nail this. Sprint all this into the downhill. Go, 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 go. No.
You got 2 of them.
I say get the momentum. Go on, kick this corner really hard.
He's sitting in the main pack just behind all them. He's conserving his power. So my guess is we're going to see a big kick.
Come on,
from him.
Iker.
If they think that if he thinks the two teammates
can still-
are gonna get
ooh,
caught
he's
in
gonna
the
be
front,
pushing
he's
front.
taking, I bet.
Come on, Ronald, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to stay away because that speed is going to come so
Bell's coming
incredibly
through.
high.
No
Watch
surprise
the
there.
power.
Go on, Iker, come on, come on.
10, 9,
You've got this, go on.
11,
You've got it, wait, yeah, take
some
it.
of the riders behind
No,
him.
no, no, go on, Iker, go on all the way.
It's gonna be absolutely crazy. They've only got a couple of seconds over the top of them as Vandalar continues on with an arrow power up, but fell from Hex here. Go
on, Iker, go on, kick, 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 kick. You got it, you tied up beautifully, mate. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Fell's on you, Fell's on you. Go on, go on. Nice, nice. Brilliant, well done, mate, well done.
Of Denmark, because this anvil power up is going to have a ton
Awesome.
of save for the Hexagon rider.
Morale.
I think Hexagon
Morale's got
goes
the arrow.
right. You have said it. You
Look at
called
this,
it
look at this.
perfectly. Morale. There's nobody even in sight. That was master class there from Morale.
That was beautiful.
That was going to be the next one across, but oh.
Guys, we wore him down. We all had a good crack there, wore him right down.
Air on that arrow. He could have triggered it a couple seconds early. Just just super well timed, super powerful sprint.
Seriously.
He sat in. He was never in the
Yeah, he
wind.
did. It's brilliant. It's really well timed. 13 watts per kilo helps as well.
For sure. BL 13.
Well, we're jumping
That's
across
How
here
team racing works.
quickly. We've got 2.1K to go, and I just wanted to jump into the Cat 2 category, just to make sure.
Hold
that
on, guys.
we're doing some coverage across.
Oh, well done, Ronald. Don't know how long you were off the front for. Must have been about 10
Let's
minutes.
Go ahead and reset. We'll get replays of each one of these as well.
What were you averaging, Ronald? Out of interest, what were you averaging on the WKG?
At this point, we've got 2K to go. A huge group actually.
357 watts.
You know, let's speak a little bit to that. I mean, really difficult.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot
hard to
more
stay
racing
away,
to
isn't
do
it?
that. I think 50 plus sign up for this.
What's that in
category.
WKG?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
there
is it
was.
5.5,
Right
something like
around
that?
there. And the Cat 3 has even more.
Yeah, I think Cat 3 had almost 90 riders sign up actually, so plenty. It does look like.
Yeah, mate, you finished well there, considering.
Made our way back here. It's going to be Ruin Camp now making the way. We're going to make sure that we're able to grab the sprint here for all these riders. And this is going to give us a good idea if you are looking to do this Seaside Sprint Z Racing. We have this still for, is it the entirety of the day today, I believe?
Yeah, it's races every hour for the whole day. And then on the weekends, there's kind of like makeup races where it's every race that happened on the weekdays, it rotates. So you can get these same races every 5 hours. One of these races shows
So absolutely awesome. If you do want to check this out, this is one of the funnest sprints to set up for, especially with
That's
these
great.
simple
Enjoyed that.
setups.
It was good because we all had a good crack
Race tactics,
at some point, didn't we?
how to Draft in a pack and use it correctly. This is one I.
It's really hard to get away though, isn't it? I don't know whether the dynamics have changed again, but it's so hard to break away on your own.
Making a move just ahead of him. I believe that's gonna be
I mean, Joel wasn't even getting away.
Broadway from
Joel
PCH,
can do like
Joel's looking
6.
to close things down in that sub-web kit. There comes the Endos. The Endo was not the winner in the last one. Is it going to make it happen here in this one? Might be here
Yeah.
from the herd, going to be to the front. Now the Swedish Swifter. I don't know if SRT, excuse me, it's actually SRT. Dragons, herd to the front. Where's the one last second here? ESRT, oh, look at that. Look at that kick. Who's coming through here? Is that going to be Sundit? Sundit, I believe. You saw the arrow power up. Crazy power there. Excuse me, no, Norman crossing from arrow. Nicely done. You know, that arrow.
Did I have my microphone turned off during all that?
You said, that's going to be the one.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Did I have my
the
microphone
play is
turned off
to
during all
follow
that?
the wheels of the anvils and then trigger that arrow just
Good.
before you turn left onto the flat.
I saw my microphone was on off after the sprint.
I think that's the winning move in most of these races. That's going to be my guess.
It's almost
That's
like
exciting.
if you have the anvil power up, you actually end up becoming you actually end up
Yeah, I have, yeah.
a leadout man,
I
almost no matter what. Like
I got the, what I wanted to do was I was trying to turn the microphone off my stream so I could chat with you guys about what we were planning to do. But I turned the wrong microphone off. I turned off the microphone to you guys.
Fun to see a team lead out.
So I think I was talking on my stream about what we were
Couple
planning.
guys with anvils leading out a guy with an arrow.
Well, I don't. There aren't many people that watch my stream, to be fair. So probably just one or two people. But, yeah.